Good evening and welcome. We had an interruption in connection and I apologize. We are discussing wealth creation and we were just saying wealth comes through number one, knowledge activation. Wealth comes through number two, action. Wealth comes through number three, investing. By merely earning more money, you cannot be wealthy. We welcome those that are rejoining us. I apologize for that. So, just by earning money, you cannot get wealthy. It's not, the law does not say the more money you earn, the more wealthy you become. First of all, we activate our wealth through the knowledge base that we have, through the actions that we take, in particular and specifically through investments. And we're going to talk about that shortly. So before we lost connectivity, we were talking about some of the things that we need to avoid, the don'ts. Number one, avoid having too many things that you don't need. One of the secrets to the wealthy, Mutinta, welcome back, is that they practice what is called the minimalist theory. Minimalist theory, which means if it's only you and your wife in a house, you don't need 4 refrigerators for 2 people. No. Have a minimalist theory where you have fewer things that you are using. If it's only 3 of you at the house, you don't need 8 vehicles. So we can go on and on. You don't need 200 pairs of shoes. You don't need 400 plots. Okay? Eric says, what are the examples of things we don't need? I've just given an example. By the way, needs and wants is a very subjective word. If I start saying things we don't need, we're going to be here the whole day. Each person must determine what it is that they need and what it is that they don't want. But what I'm saying is, be careful with having too many things that are holding your money. You have so many suits. You need a suit, but you don't need 3,000 suits. You need shoes, but you don't need a whole room full of shoes. You need plots, but you don't need 30 plots. You get my point. Number 2, avoid wasteful spending. The thing with spending is it's very addictive. And we don't realize that slowly spending eats away from our money. So you find yourself buying things that you already have at home because you didn't even have a budget. You find yourself shopping because you want catharsis. It's cathartic to you. It's misogynist. It relieves stress. Some people don't shop because they need what they are buying. They shop because it's one of the ways that they feel good. So avoid wasteful spending. Avoid unplanned for things that drain your money. Number 3, assess your current money honestly. What is my income? What is my expenditure? What are my assets? What are my liabilities? Who do I owe? Who owes me? Who are my debtors? Who are my creditors? Are we together? Have a real assessment of where you are in life. Because if you are not truthful, you're going to live a fake life. I was somewhere today and I saw these young people at a certain place where I was. This place is not a cheap place. A normal ordinary drink is 60 kwacha equivalent in dollars. And I saw these young people order these meals that were something really significant in Zambian terms. And I said to myself, can these young people honestly afford this? What is really going on here? And I'm not trying to judge them, but I'm just asking you, do you behave like those young people that I saw today? Number 4, avoid bad debt. Avoid bad debt. You just find yourself borrowing. Somebody comes with shoes, you borrow. Somebody comes with shirts, you borrow. You pay at the month end because it doesn't feel painful now, but it will feel painful 30 days later. Brings rape, import, you borrow. I'm not saying don't support one another, but certain things must not go the borrowing way. Number 5, and that's the last one under avoidance before we go to what you need to do. Avoid meaningless activities. Meaningless activities. There are just certain activities that have no meaning. You make an entire trip somewhere and it has no meaning, no value. It doesn't change your life. It doesn't transform you. It doesn't change just meaningless. It's just meaningless. It's just making you look good, but you are not even good. So let's go now to 8 things that you must do before we go to the 7 laws of money and the 7 streams of income. If you are being blessed, say I am, and tell us where you're joining us. Thank you. Shogun says, wow, nice program. Lyson says, you are a blessing and a treasure. You are as well. So here are 8 things you must start doing starting today. Number 1, become a student of wealthy people. Everybody who is richer than you is your teacher. Everybody or anybody who is poorer than you is also your teacher. The poor will teach you the mistakes you must never make. The rich will teach you the lifestyle that awaits you and how to attain it. Number 2, invest your money. Nothing just happens. So I have a very bad philosophy and I want to share this with you. It's a very bad habit that I have. Ngolo says, I'm watching you from Namibia. Welcome. So we've got America, we've got England, we've got Tanzania, we've got Namibia, we've got everybody. Thank you so very much. I can see all your comments. I appreciate. So I'll teach you one of my secrets to wealth. What has helped me to achieve what I've achieved. And some of you don't actually know what I've achieved because I never talk about what I have achieved. I never do. I don't know. I'm just shy like that. And my father just didn't bring me up like that. We don't talk a lot about who we are. We don't. But I'll tell you one of my secrets. All the money that comes in my hands, I never touch this money until I invest it. That is my philosophy. I invest this money. And by the way, guys, tag someone right now and let them come and be blessed. I invest every penny that I earn, even if it's 100 kwacha, 200 kwacha, 1,000, 10,000, whatever money I get, I invest it. Then the profits from that investment is what I buy shoes, and I pay rent, I buy this, I do that. I never touch money until it has been invested. Why do I do that? Because investment is the 3rd leg of wealth creation. Remember, knowledge, action, investment. We'll talk about how to invest shortly. Number 3, establish an emergency fund for your liquidity. Now, I must confess, I'm not so good at this. Oh, we have Mozambique in the house. My goodness, we have the whole world today. Thank you, guys. You're welcome, Mozambique. I hope you are peaceful there and things are improving. I'm not so good at investing for emergency fund because my addiction towards investment is so huge that when I look at money seated in a savings account, I feel like I'm wasting. So most of the times when I have money, I put it in investments, and sometimes I over-invest. So you find I have 100,000 today. By tomorrow, I'm broke as 0 because all my money has gone into cement, what. That's one of my personal challenges. I get a bit addicted to over-investing, and that is dangerous. So put some money away in case you have a tire burst, in case your tooth falls off, your glasses break, or you have an emergency and you need to take care of it. We don't always have to ask for help for every little penny. Chipata in the house, we welcome you, Chipata. Thank you. Number 4, Seek out higher income streams. Very soon I'll be telling you about the 7 streams of income that you must have. Each person must have these 7 income streams. So seek out higher income streams. One of the ways we grow in life, I'm trying to switch on this, it's getting hot in here. Okay. One of the ways we grow in life is by investing. So you start at whatever level you are at. Remember, you can never grow until you start. As long as you haven't started, then you are missing out on great things that await you. So you must start. You must start. And I must confess, some of the most educated people, they are the least ready to adapt to investment. Educated people, not everybody, but the majority of educated people like to get paid once per month at the end of the month. But the uneducated generally like to get paid every day. And this is the philosophy of the compound. So seek out higher income. My first business was a sugarcane business when I was 6 years old. Sugarcane business. I'm not into sugarcane now. I can try, I can consider, but it will be at a higher scale, not the same scale that I started when I was 6 years old. So investment must grow from level to level. And as you go up, seek out the higher investment. Because as you grow old, you must not work as hard as you did when you were younger. Number 5, have a plan. How will I grow my finances? Money doesn't work through piki na piki dori, nakasanga na piki do. No. Money works through a plan. Okay? But money works through a plan. Number 6, be an innovator. So I'll give you an example. We ran a driving school and we realized there was so much competition. And one of the ways in which we were to stay in competition was to be innovative with our driving school. So we decided to offer a pick-up and drop-off service. By simply picking customers from their homes and dropping them off, it became an innovation. What innovation can you do? And innovation is not always technology. It's just a better way of serving customers. There's a lady I know online, I don't know her personally. She moves from house to house washing blankets at 30 kwacha per blanket. That's serious innovation. Why? She knows a lot of people don't like washing blankets. Let's finish with this. We go to the 7 laws and the 7 streams. If you're being blessed, say I am, and make sure that you tag a friend. Glenda Jackson says, when I come to Zambia next, we need to have an event of motivational speaker with my brother Movita Nawa. We would love even to have you here in the USA. The world loves you. Thank you, Glenda. It will be my pleasure to come to California. Number 6 was be an innovator. Number 7, earn more than the basic needs. What are your basic needs? So let's talk about, when you look at Jesuit Center for Theological Reflections, they always come up with a basic needs basket. What are the basic needs? The things you need just to survive. Not the Gucci bag, not the what, just the basic needs. So let's talk about them. Transportation, shelter, which is your accommodation, food, 3 meals a day, medical, how much do you pay per month for flu and all of that, and other things like that. What are your basic needs? Your salary or your income. We are coming to the 7 streams of income. Don't leave this broadcast. Your income in total must meet your basic needs. The moment your basic needs are not met, then you have signed up for poverty. You are a recruit for poverty. Number 8, manage your expenditure. Learn to say no. So let's go now to the 7 laws of wealth. These are the laws of wealth. We've talked about where wealth comes from. Wealth does not come from making more money. No. There are people who make more money than me, but they are poorer than me. They are poorer than me. And some of you, you make more money than certain people, but you are a tenant of those people. You are renting from those people, but you make more money than them. Eric says, hope this video will be available online so that we can watch again. Yes, it will, and it will also be uploaded on YouTube. So here are the 7 laws of wealth. Number 1, spend less than you earn. Spend less than you earn. A lot of people are not poor because they have no money. No. They are poor because they live luxurious, lavish houses. Let me reveal to you a secret. 2 years ago, a lot of you laughed at me when I appeared in Kafue in a Vitz. A lot of you laughed at me and you said, how can a motivator drive a Vitz? That's what you asked me. And that's where your questions ended. I was hoping you could ask me more. For example, Movita, I think you earn a bit more money than the Vitz. What do you do with your money? Or you could have asked me, are there any other vehicles you own rather than a Vitz? You didn't ask me those questions. And because you did not ask me, I left you alone. But one of the reasons why I drove a Vitz, and up to now I still have a Vitz, is that I come from a background where we look poor, but we are not. And I'm not saying that with pomposity and no. I'm teaching you a concept. Always look poorer than you actually are. I see people online laughing at people 1,000 times richer than them because they are carrying a cell phone that has a crack. Because they are wearing a shoe that looks cheap. Because they are driving a so-called old car. And some of you have no right to laugh at my Vitz when you don't even have a wheelbarrow. You don't even have a bicycle. You don't even have a kite. So spend less than you earn. Live in a house cheaper than your house. You understand? Let's see. Always live a life cheaper than your actual salary. When you can afford a house for 20,000, look for a house for 12,000. When you can afford a house for 12,000, look for a house for 875. When you can afford a house for 5,000, go and rent somewhere for 2,000. If you can afford a house for 2,000, rent somewhere for 1,000. This brings us to point number 2, the laws of money. Invest the surplus. Invest your surplus. So, when you live below your means, but you dream above your means, you will have surplus. You will always have extra money around you. And when you have extra money, you invest that money. And we recommend you must invest at least 10% of your income. Now, in churches, they teach us to give 10%, isn't it? I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to argue with that. It's biblical. I agree with it. And I'm not going to say much about that. But you should also find another 10% to invest. And one day we'll talk about where to invest. Shares, there's several vehicles that you can invest in. That's not the session for today. Number 3, know the golden rule of money. If you're writing down somewhere, say I am writing. The golden rule of money states as follows. Don't spend more than you earn and focus on what you can keep. Don't spend more than you earn and focus on what you can keep. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in America, says, Never buy today what you don't need, or else you will sell tomorrow what you actually need. If you're learning, say, I'm learning. Fide says, I'm learning. Selena says, I'm writing. Give us. If you're memorizing, say, I'm memorizing. Okay? Number 4, do something that you love. Musoli, I see you writing. Somebody asked me, Mvita, why do you like being live? I said, because I like teaching. That's it. I love teaching. I love giving. I love sharing. I love encouraging people. That's it. I don't know how to fight. I don't know how to spend nights out. I don't know how to do all these other things. I am doing what I love. And when you do what you love, God will grow your wealth. Are you following what I'm saying? Number 5, find additional investment sources. So, you have your Airtel money business going, or MTN money, or Zamtel money, whichever one. You're running that business. Your wife is doing tomatoes and onions. She's doing that business. Your children are doing car wash over the weekend. You are a lawyer. Every now and then you do extra jobs. Your wife is an accountant. She does financial accounts. Don't end at that. Keep going. Have a farm. Buy some goats. Buy some cattle. Buy some village chicken. Buy some manure. Plant some vegetables. Plant some mabuyu, masuku. Keep investing. In Eastern Province, they say, chamene chini sankumba sichizirika. The thing that makes a pig fat is not known, because a pig eats here, eats there, eats there, eats there. In the end, the pig is fat. So wealth is the same way, and we're going to end with the 7 streams of income. We're almost there. Let me close under the laws of wealth, 7 laws of wealth. Number 1, spend less than you earn. Number 2, invest in the surplus, at least 10%. Number 3, the golden rule of money, never spend more than you earn, and only spend on what you can keep. Number 4, do something that you love. Number 5, find additional investment sources. Number 6, protect yourself and your wealth. Protect your wealth. Those title deeds, keep them well. That car that you have bought, keep it well. You've bought a car, but some of us don't even know who the owner of the car is. Because today, Jennifer is driving. Every girlfriend that you have drives your cars. What are you? An NGO? And you can't open your mind that these girls are coming for you, not because they love you, but because of the car you drive? You run a house. Every weekend at your house, there's a function. What are you? A casino? You run a big house. All the church meetings are happening at your house. What are you? A prayer meeting, a camp meeting? Protect what you have. These things that we have, these things that God has given us, they are for us to enjoy, every now and then to bless other people, but above all, they are for the next generation to come and enjoy. You think these houses that I'm building, they are mine? They are not mine. Me, I've enjoyed everything I want in my life. I've seen it all. These are for my children and their grandchildren, and for my legacy. Now you, whatever you have, it's for social media, it's for everything. You buy a bikini, you're showing everybody. You eat, all your money just goes to eating, consumption. Even if you get 1,000 kwacha, you have already planned a trip to Siavonga. How are you going to stay in Siavonga? A room is 700 kwacha in Siavonga, a cheapest room. Number 7, the 7 laws of money. Pay yourself first. What does it mean to pay yourself first? When you organize your money properly, ladies and gentlemen, you will become a priority. You will become a priority. It will become okay to buy yourself a new shirt every now and then. It will be okay to buy yourself a new trousers. It will be okay to take yourself to a decent barber shop and hair salon. It will be okay every now and then to spend on yourself without feeling guilty. But some of you are the one who works. You are the one who gets castigated, charged, explanation letters, disciplinary committee, forced leave, commutation of leave days, suspension, fired. You are the one. But all your money goes to everybody else. What kind of a person are you? You are a reject of yourself. I'm not asking you to be selfish. I know people, the extreme of this is people who everything they earn is theirs alone. That is an extreme. But you have to be putting yourself first from now onwards. Why? Because love can only be given to others when it's been first given to oneself. I want to conclude with the 7 streams of income. Don't leave yet. This is very important. So the things I'm about to share now, we shared the 5 things you must not do, the 8 things you must do, the 7 laws of money, and now we are sharing the 7 streams of income. And in case you're just joining us, we have also established that wealth does not come by earning more money. Wealth comes through knowledge, action, and investment. That's the fundamental of wealth. Please tag someone right now. Let them come and also learn this. So these are the 7 incomes you must have. If you have these 7, or at least a minimum, you make a quorum, we could maybe say the minimum of 5. My friend, you are wealthy. So here they are. I'll start with the easiest income. It's called earned income. Earned income. So your salary, your wages, your allowance, your overtime, this is earned income. You sold your labor, they paid you a reward every week, every 2 weeks, every month. So that's your number 1 stream of income. All of us must have earned income, at least at a certain stage of your life. There must be a time in your life when you go and work for someone and earn money. The reason you do that is so that you can not only earn money, but you can discipline yourself and you can gain experience and you can learn how to adjust, how to adapt, and how to mature. Am I making sense? Number 2 source of income or type of income is called profit income. Profit income. If this message is blessing you, please share it right now. Let others also tap in. The second type of income is called profit. We're taking a little longer tonight. Bear with us. It's the nature of the topic. Profit. What is profit income? You find someone who is selling a bicycle for 10 kwacha or $10. You buy that bicycle for $10. You find another person who wants a bicycle at 12 kwacha. Oh no, let's say 15 kwacha or $15. You sell the bicycle to them for $15, which you bought at $10. How much is your profit? Some of you are going to say $5. No. You must deduct your time. You must deduct your airtime. You must deduct the expenditure involved. Maybe you needed to mend the tire, you needed to spray paint. So let's just say your expenditure is $3, therefore your profit is $2. Your profit is $2. Every human being must touch profit. And I want to tell you, profit is one of the sweetest money on earth. And unfortunately, a lot of educated people have never touched profit. They have never. Because they were taught that the only income you must have is earned income, a salary. So earned income, profit. Please tell me which one of these incomes is your favorite. Also tell me what has hit you the hardest. What have you enjoyed the most tonight? The third type of income is called interest. Interest income. What is interest income? You put money in a savings account. Let's say you put $10,000 in your bank account and you lock it for 12 months and they are paying you 10% per annum. Good luck if you find any bank that's going to pay you that much. So if they're paying you 10%, your interest will be $1,000 for that 1 year. However, we must deduct taxes because your taxation, depending on which country, might be 33% on interest. So 1,000 will not be 1,000. You might come back with $770. So that means in that particular year, your interest income is $770. Less interest, less taxes. So now you've got your earned income, you've got your profit income, you've got your interest income. Ngolwa says, what hit me the most is that most educated people have never tasted profit. Absolutely. Please share with me what has hit you the most this evening as I continue. Number 4 income is called dividend income. What is a dividend? A dividend is your share of profit in a company where you hold shares. Dividend income. One day we'll talk about dividends, mutual funds, the different types of investment for 401k. We'll talk about treasury bills. We'll talk about bills, bonds, local authority. We'll talk about all of that. One day, God's willing, let us also talk about Kalova and pyramid schemes and network marketing. I would like you to permit me to be open enough to share those with you. So dividend income means you are a shareholder somewhere. But I want to give you another secret. Glenda has a question. What about liabilities? Liabilities come up in your balance sheet where you have assets and liability. So your car, if your car is paid for, you paid cash for your car, it's an asset. If you did not pay for your car, it is a liability. If your home has no debt, it is an asset. If you have a mortgage, it is a liability. But the equity in your home goes to the asset. We'll talk about this another day. I don't want to confuse people. But liabilities can show up under manage your expenditure, under some of the things that you need to do, the positive things. The 8th thing was manage your expenditure. So your liabilities will be under your expenditures. Okay, let's carry on. A dividend is income that is given to you from a company where you own shares. And depending on where you own shares, your dividend will be this, that, it will vary. But I want to share with you the sweetest dividend on earth. Some of you have tasted it. A few of you have never tasted it. I want to tell you, the sweetest dividend on earth is not Walmart. It's not Apple. It's not Washington Mutual or Rothmans or Chilanga Cement or Dangote. The sweetest dividend is a profit sharing from a company that is 100% owned by yourself. Give us, Imwe, give us. Ooh, I want to cry. I want to cry right there. Ooh, that's the sweetest profit sharing you can ever enjoy. Ooh, that brought tears to my eyes. That hit me right there. Number 5. So if you're just joining us, the 7 streams of income: earned income, profit income, interest income, dividend income. And number 5 is rental income. Rentals. Meaning you have built a house somewhere, you have a plot somewhere, and someone pays you to stay in your house. Rentals. Number 6, capital gains. Capital gains is a little bit complicated, but I'll simplify it. It is in certain types of investment vehicles where you put in money, $10,000 as an example, at 13% per annum, you earn $1,300 for that year, and because of capital gains, that money is compounded, and next year your $10,000 becomes $11,300. Capital gains over 5 years. There are formulas to that. We can look at that another day. But it simply means you are growing your capital. I met a gentleman three days ago, and he said to me, "This business of yours, how much is it worth now?" I said to him, "I started it 3 years ago. It's worth 3 times what it was worth." So if my capital was $10,000 3 years ago, that business today is worth $30,000. Somebody say capital gains. Oh, you can go mad. I want to leave you with the last one. It's called royalty income. Royalty income is money paid to you through intellectual wealth. You are a photographer, they are using your pictures, they pay you royalties. You are a musician, they are using your music, they pay you royalties. Somebody says, "Why do you say a car is a liability?" I did not say a car is a liability. I said, depending on how you bought your car, a liability is something that you owe money for. You understand? Or that is, you are spending money on and it's not bringing anything. So if you got a loan on your car, it's a liability. And by the way, even if you pay cash for your car, there are devaluation formulas that are used in understanding how quickly a car devalues. But I'll give you an example. If you went into a brand new shop today and bought a brand new car and you drove from that shop to your home, you spend $10,000 on that car, and then you drive back to the shop and you say, "I don't like this car, I want my money back." They may accept that car, but they won't give you $10,000. They might give you $7,000 because the devaluation formula on a car is greater than the devaluation formula on a house or a property. We'll talk about this another day. John Muke says, "Just joined this educative topic for the first time, and I am already can see myself making real profit after this. Nice topic and followed keenly." Ladies and gentlemen, I want to propose to you in conclusion that wealth starts in the mind. They don't teach you this in school. They don't teach me this in school. This we get through experience. This we get through asking. This we get through meeting great people. And this we get through learning. Wealth does not come by prayer. No. You can pray all day. You will enter broke, you will come out broke. Wealth comes by knowledge that you act on, and then you invest your time, your money, and so on and so forth. Mishek says, "When is the next live broadcast?" Tomorrow at lunch. At lunchtime, 13 hours, we'll go live tomorrow. Napoleon says, "Knowledge is not power, it is potential power." Understand how to build wealth at your level. From today onwards, stop envying people who look like they are doing better than you, because you might actually be doing better than them. From today onwards, stop looking down on yourself. Like I gave you an example, 2 years ago, people saw me in a Vitz and they laughed at me. They didn't even know what I do with those cars. And some of those people didn't even own a bicycle. The Bembas say, "Inganda ya mubyo vaikumbo mutenge." Start believing in yourself. Build your knowledge, build your activity, build the things around you, and have a plan, a short-term, medium-term, and long-term plan. 1 year plan, 3.5 years plan, 6 to 7.5 years plan, 10 years plan. If you do that, you stick to it, one day, some of the people who are looking down on you today will be your tenants. And you will enjoy the 7 streams of income, earned income, profit income, interest income, dividend income, rental income, capital gains income, and royalty income. Most of all, you will practice the 7 laws of wealth. You will spend less than you earn, and you'll be comfortable with it. You won't feel guilty. You will invest your surplus a minimum of 10%. Me, I do 100%. Number 3, you will experience the golden rule, which is that you will never spend more than you earn, and you will focus on what you can keep. You will do the things you love and nothing less. You will find additional investment resources, and you will never give excuses anymore for remaining poor. You will never blame anybody. You will protect yourself and your wealth. You're not an NGO. You're not a temple. You're not a charitable organization, and you're not a well in the desert. Most of all, you will finally love yourself, take yourself out, and appreciate that which God has given you. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow at lunch hour, 13 hours. This is your friend and brother, Movitanawa. May the good Lord bless and keep you. I'm out.